So everybody, it's Amon here. Welcome back to another one of Amon's reviews. Now I want to go and just make a statement with this as well. Just woke up technically, but so I'm going to be putting out another video. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying all the different content that has been posted up since this point. I actually plan to go ahead and put this video out around the time I finished the Warriors, but ironically again my recording got distorted because of how my phone data was set up. I tried putting it out, I never could. But it doesn't really change anything. I can still incorporate it together with this, and as you guys see, what you're watching this video, so it doesn't necessarily place that much of a difference. Hope you guys will enjoy this video as always. As you see by the title, it involves Cleon, aka Warchief, versus Isaiah, aka Bone, from Blood and Bone, the movie with Michael J. White playing the main character, Bone, legendary shit, repping a street fighter of all different forms, versus the Warchief of the Warriors, the greatest gang in all NYC, all the way hailing from Coney Island. Hope you guys will enjoy. I'm gonna be whispering kind of / trying to keep a low monotone voice because of the fact that I'm near people who are actually working from home, because I'm actually at my pop's house, you feel me? So if any recording might be like that with my voice, just know that is the reason. I'm still going to be able to put out stuff obviously, but I'm going to try not to be as loud, you know. So if it might seem like that, I just want to know that it might be like that from other people, because I want to make sure like y'all can hear me and it's solid too, especially since I know I have a soft tone voice in general. So it is what it is. Anyway though, hope you guys will enjoy. Like I said before, let's get popping. Cleon, aka Warchief, wasn't just originally the Warchief, but had to rise up for being the Warchief in his own role in the war that came from his old technical mentor / best friend / boss, because originally him and his boy Vermin, as you can see, up in the stories, a little small time Crip-like gang over up in Coney Island, the big CI up in UIC. Virgil betrayed him by making him quote-unquote chip off the singing mothers with fake dough, with drugs that they were supposed to go ahead and deliver and stuff. And so with that being said, the same mothers almost butchered them, but luckily Cleon and Vermin weren't getting mucked and they didn't get bopped, and so they wasted the two same mother leaders, possibly, or actually in fact there's best of them, arguably they're not dead, possibly from different insecurities of them from the past. But with that as well, the two characters decided fuck Virgil, especially in the iconic line that would signate the star of the Warriors and the blessed means of putting in ham on Virgil for betraying Cleon, because Cleon did everything that Virgil asked of him, and when he betrayed him, would have signated the star for Cleon to pop out the Black Air Force energy.
Fuck out, bro. Virgil, you son of a bitch, get your ass down here.
Hey, Cleon. How'd the deal go?
You backstabbing punk.
Hey, you guys know better than rip off them Satan mothers.
We was brothers, man. We were supposed to make things happen.
You don't think I see you, Cleon? You don't think I know you trying to make moves behind my back? Trying to muscle me out of the way?
You paranoid fuck. You just started a war. And I'm gonna be the last motherfucker you see before it's over.
You crazy, man. You in what fucking army?
You gonna see, bro. You gonna see.
That right there will be the refinement of what makes a man turn from a beaten dog and become a wolf. Because Virgil thought he could step over Cleon, but nah. Cleon started repping the group, started building rep, started getting homies and people that he could overarchingly trust. And so now this would start Crips versus Bloods in the form of the Bloods, the Warriors, running up against the Crips, aka Destroyers. And so Cleon ran up a different magnet crew, ripping different people, putting together an entire holster of multiple different gang members around him in this case, with obviously him becoming Warchief, repping up on his fucking cooler, sash type of thing. I forgot what you call this in the same after being headband. He's always ripping a hat like you see with Black Hat here, and his boy Vermin. And so from there, he be created the Warriors in this case. And from the Warriors as well, the members who packed within it was with his second command, his most trusted, and they're going to become Warchief after Cleon, because he formed the Warriors back in 1978, but he passed away in 1979 from him getting holster jumped by multiple different people for him and his gang being, quote-unquote, the assailants to the murder of the great Cyrus. Cyrus, the leader of a gang trying to reform other people, pretty much. And so, because of that, character passed away, but Swan became second command as well, full possibility that he would pass away or anything would happen. So from Swan, you had Cowboy, Fox, Ajax, Snow, Cochise, and later on you would have Rembrandt and Ash joining with the characters as well. And so now he had the full gang ready, and eventually took out the Destroyers and burnt this man Verge to a crisp. And that is pretty much Cleon in itself of owning his character. Now how he is as a fighter and how he can do with stuff, he's a very inanimate character. He's brawlic when it comes down to fighting. He's a street fighter, he can buck, but he does have actual assortment of skill. He's very powerful, he's able to bust glass with just his bare hands. He can take a lot of different shots, but again, he's just a normal human, just having higher state power capabilities. With counterfeit scaling, be just arguably normal in the form, but just wall level or something of that sort. Then the capability what he can do, and the skills that he can do at the same time, to a great extent. His capability to fight in the street fight, like I said, will fight dirty, no matter the case, doesn't matter. Buster, break him over his head, and he has Black Force energy, or Ruthless, and most importantly, in the field of his skills, his kickboxing, MMA type of stuff, and he's able to do a bunch of different other things depending on the fight, but mainly it's just a Black Force, like he'll just dynamite a person out of commission, paralyzed, Mac flies his legs, it's just gameplay. And he's a leader of the Warriors, so he's not touching him, but it's probably the form of Warriors be like in this case is going to be it's not being from 1v1 most of the time so there, but I'm just saying that's an impression what he can do. But as well, what he's able to do in comparison to someone else with his capabilities is mainly just be unpredictable and break them up depending on how they guard. It really just depends on marketing though. But that's just that high frontier of what his capabilities are, and he can do a lot more depending on how he gets put in the game, with how he's going to do things overarchingly though. Simply put, it really depends on how he's going to be fighting, but overarchingly he's brutacious, he don't take shit from nobody, and he's that guy that your girlfriend told you not to worry about. Pretty much it for Cleon, aka Warchief. Now, Isaiah, aka Bone for Blood and Bone, a boy that has anonymous skills like no other in the street fight, and you be repping his name Bone, cause that's what he hits every time when he hits. Breaks it every time he hits it. No, I actually give the form of the saying to it, but no matter the case, he's brawler, he can penetrate a motherfucker with just one little fling twist of his bone, and it doesn't even matter. One take of a knuckle punch, bam, you're done right then and there. He's an animate fighter that came out the joint, coming out the joint to go and get vengeance, so I go and pay his friend back in the form of him helping him through prison and consoling him as a person, and so trying to go and get revenge on his kingpin. Blood and Bone is a thing multiple people possibly to go and watch as a movie, depending on the film, like watching bang ass street fights. It's arguably one of, if not the greatest movie of Michael J. White, depending on the person. I thought it was pretty fine for what it is, you know. Came out to the case of 2 years, almost 3 years after I was born, but still. Either way though, With Bone as a character, Bone has multiple dynamic skills involving what he can do in the fight, which is all we're here for. He's not just a normal street fighter, and he really is out here like Black Liu Kang in the fight, as he can fight multiple different people off and spray kick them at the same time. He's a blitzer fighter. He can hit people one-shot ways that can't even actually detect. He has great ace speed and precision, and he can fight very greatly. And when it comes down to him actually getting into a fight with someone of higher skill or somebody maybe that can do a little bit more, he has the speed and evasion capabilities and technique that's way more better, and he's a way more dynamic fighter than someone like Warchief in this case with the skills that he has. So with that being said, and based on what he can actually do with his skills, he has skills over multiple plays, and he has 7 different styles. In this case, he is wielding black belts and the following: kickboxing, Shotokan karate, taekwondo, akuran kobido, gojo ryu, tang son do, Wishu, and Koshin Karate. For me, saying half of that right from the saying, correct me if I'm wrong, but those are his skills and all that, and so that's what he has in better capability, his skills, than him. The whole natural scale, he beat up a steroid dude that was a big ass junkie nose, the Hammer Man, big ass gorilla, no racial. He wreck shopped him even from his steroids, and with his skills it would arguably be easy in this case. Instance, he barely did anything. Be more than people. He's able to see and eye out how a person's going to fight, depending on the staple for how they're actually going to go about things and how they're going to roll with things in the field of the combat, pretty much. And just simply his capabilities to understand the acumen, how a person's going to go evolve in choreography, the setup and skills will be easy. And he did this with a person showing off what they're going to do arguably right off with a clean left to right hand and just straight buck. As soon as they went with that missed crutch right on the jaw, right on the pavement, buck, pop, right up in the face in this case. And so that's just mainly in the form of how the person is like with their capabilities and precision. That is simply what he is as a person, because he's able to see now and place his capabilities of understanding and I know how they're gonna do things right set in there, pretty much. And so as well with how he's gonna be like with his actual precision in the fight isn't the same, but I'm just saying in his eye out and that is how he's like in the feel of his personality to be able to eye out a person and adapt from it. So if Cleon was trying to do something, I don't know, foreshowing how he's gonna do it, because it's kind of weird to think about, because most people are not gonna do that, but if somehow it would be more obvious to him, he'll be able to see it, signate how he's gonna be able to do it with just one clean something, and he would just dominate from there arguably, because of how someone like Cleon will roll up with something, he would assert it and clash with an opposite straight counter to whatever he could actually perceive as what he's gonna actually do from there. Pretty much the same thing how Mike Tyson, while a person's trying to rumble at one place, he's already at a place and point where you can't see him, and he can hit you right off rip from a different decent area point, and is how you're gonna roll with things. And that's pretty much just a clean cutter of how his capabilities are like from full. But it really just depends on the scenario. But overarching, he's gonna have a better skill for showing the count for how he's gonna be able to fight and etc. Better, more comparison to other people in this case. So that's pretty much just overarchingly his field of things, of his character, and how he's gonna be able to fight. Other stuff really, he's a way more better fighter, but there's the other things that involve in the case of my foul Cleon is gonna be able to do stuff involving the case of his skill, his durability, and other pack of things that come with that, possibly depending on it in this case. So it really just depends on how you roll with it in this case. But time to actually go into the actual realm of the fight though. How the fight would go, I feel like, is obviously it's going to take place street fight, because one, Isaiah is Street Fighter 2, Cleon will be bumbling out here on the streets, you already know that, and let's see how both of the counter styles guard responded to match refreshing, and match to full. You obviously already think the Isaiah that defenses for anime, UFC shit, obviously, and it's Michael J. White, for all the count will know, he participate in actual real showings of actual film fights, especially from him in the sense of evolving someone like Isaiah, knowing about his circuit stuff, and having these 7 styles through defending possible black belts or case, let's say personally in this case, but within the field of their fighting styles, how it will go. Again, like I said, to elaborate a little bit more, Isaiah, be able to see the precision, how the person will play. That's how the guy's gonna be like in the feel for what they're going to be and adapting. So if someone like Cleon strikes first at least, and it's not Isaiah going to kill first, depending on it in this case, we're just talking about this general calm type of placement of the fight, then Cleon's ringer Forshon might put him a little bit down the wayside for the clash of how he's going to correspond with the fight and be able to see how he's going to correlate his combinations and just be able to deck it from there, simple code, and then from there being able to break it apart with one clean combination. So with him throwing out, let's say, the jab, like a precision basedness was like in the field the other character, Cleon is going to throw out that jab and then get decked arguably as soon as he even tries to line it up. And from his capabilities and precision, I would say that someone like Michael J. White would have a better capability to be able to zone him out and buck him. Now, if Cleon actually gets some hits off, depending on the case of the fight, he'll go and do a little bit of some damage, depending on it. It really just depends. But even then, I think Bone is too fast and a better, more complex fighter that really his damage isn't going to be that much. That is going to take away at the capacity of what his fighting needs to be. And if he gets those some combos, it's really going to weigh Isaiah down, depending on the case. But Isaiah is taller than Cleon by, I think, like 2 times a little bit, and at the same time has better capabilities to feel for how he's gonna do stuff, higher weight complex, has other better precaution capabilities. But Cleon ain't no bitch, so in a street fight you can do a bunch of other things that will weigh him in the better complexity. So I definitely think he will have a tough fight, but I think just straight hand-to-hand, better numbers are in favor of someone like Bone than Cleon, simply put. Like, he just does not have the same grand capacity and fighting skill to be able to take on someone like this character and really best him in a higher field. Like, he's just not to that extent. He's not to the same extensive background that someone like Bone is like, because Cleon really is just a bucker in the streets. He's scrapping, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, put down a mouse, he was tough type of nigga. Well, Bone, he's just whatever, he was able to have better capabilities. But Cleon again was getting jumped and couldn't have the versatility to take on multiple people that are probably more impaired fighters than him, because he was getting jumped by 5 black ninjas. Like, it was not good for him. Like, this man Cleon was getting killed by elbows, bro. And I'm not trying to say that Cleon a bitch because of that, because if I was getting triple danged by multiple different elbows, I'd probably die too. Because, like, it's just over, you know what I'm saying? Like, he got wasted. It's unfortunate. But it's just simple put, it's not going to be good for him when he fights somebody that has the versatility to take on all that. So overarchingly, I think Cleon will give Bone a good fight, but overarchingly, he will not win just because Bone has too much better capabilities. Like, for Bone, it's just a 9 out of 10, and Cleon is at fucking 4. It's not even arguably close. He's just done, I feel like, at highball extent, because his capabilities are ridiculous. They're way too much, way too ridiculous, way too combative for someone like him. I feel like he'll be done from there, pretty much. But yeah, this is my dad in the back. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. See you guys in the next one. Peace out, mom. Yeah.